Hey everybody, how you doing today? So, I got this. I want to try this. I want to see the madness that this is. From everything I can find, it should be safe for work. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Either that, or I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get in trouble with YouTube, but whatever. Uh, there's our boy Trapper, man. So far, I've seen there's a Trapper, the Spirit, Huntress, and Wraith here. And it just freaking. I want to see how this goes. What's up? Oh man, you just gotta take out that D, dude. You're good. Wait, no. Take out the. Hold on. That's somehow frying my brain. There you go. That's how it's spelled. I don't know. Before we get started, we gotta go for the banana meme here. Do do do. Ah. I'm super curious to see how this goes. That sounds like me. You wake up on a beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. I probably did if I'm coughing up 6 lungs. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. You know what? Before we continue on with this, disregarding the whole dating sim thing here, this is a kind of map I would like to see as just a fun map in Dead by Daylight. Just actually make this, like, beach thing here. Yeah, obviously you could put, like, block things in places and stuff like that. People couldn't go in the ocean and stuff like that. Make this resort-looking area right here the goddamn map for Dead by Daylight. That would be great. And they could put all these freaking cool skins and stuff like that for that thing. It would be awesome. It'd be so much fun. I gotta go more towards a little bit of that meme. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Yeah, I'm dying. Wow, it really went down the wrong pipe, huh? That's what drowning will do to you. Yeah, you need a minute, or can I go on? That fourth wall break, man. Exactly. You jump out the ship on Monstrum, and then you end up on a beach for Dead by Daylight. And life just goes absolutely horrible no matter what you do. You already made one mistake encountering one monster. Now you're, like, marked for life. That's how it works. You get marked for life by one monster, and then once you're marked by seeing that one monster, you can never avoid seeing more monsters down the line. I'm clearly upset with the narrator, that's for sure. Because I can give you a minute. We got plenty of time. Endless time, really. Of course, yeah. Ocean. Don't put me in the ocean. In eternity, if you catch my breath. Ah, okay, that's the that's the demon spider right there. All right, this is giving me what is it? That freaking Cthulhu dating sim. That's giving me this. That's the vibes I'm getting from this. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Banana. May I continue? Banana. Apparently it speaks for me too. Please go on. Okay then. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Ugh! Okay, yeah, that's definitely something I want to see. Love this freaking static effect. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Dig up that face! You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. It's got a coin! Don't you look at me like that, please. There is no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall off the ground. Jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Why is the ocean talking to me? I don't like that. There's a Cthulhu coin here. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. Obviously, it's purely just confusion. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, so you deposit. Why, that's a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? Frugal or whimsical? Hey, fire demon. You ate my door frame. I don't know about that. I do need a new door frame though. I don't know. I don't feel like. I feel like I can trust this voice, but I shouldn't trust this voice at the same time. It's tempting me to spend my coin. I don't know. It's shiny. Where would I spend it? What would I spend it on? Maybe they have some tropical drinks. Yeah, why not? Hi, it's Dwight and Claudette. Well, hello there. I'm Dwight and I'm Claudette. We'll take that. Don't you steal my coin? Why'd you steal my coin? What? Claudette quickly relieves you of your gold coin and tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-timey prospect before handling back to her. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dwight. You're gonna die now. There's got to be so many diseases stuck on that gold coin that it's not even funny. We literally stole it from a rotting head. And this is for you. Wait, hold on. No, what? Where? Should I drink this? Claudette presents you with a well, I got my tropical drink. When you take a sip, you find that it's incredible. Money well spent in your estimation. But I gotta ask, could somebody maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all-inclusive? You break those fourth walls. It really takes some of the fun out of fantasy vacation to be watching your wallet the entire time. I'll trust them until it eventually gets me killed. Thanks for the drink, it's quite delicious. You're welcome. Aw, I'm making friends. Did someone just thank us? Go with it, Dwight. It's nor to be thanked for doing a good job. Trust me on this one. What? What? Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation? My god, I have like extreme ADHD. As you feel something soft bump into your foot. A volleyball that's been cut and has a bloody handprint. I'm gonna die. That's gonna spike into my soul. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand next to you. You stare down frozen, a voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? It's Huntress! You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the floor. She's gonna murder me. That's what's gonna happen. Oh god, it's all of them! Spirit. I think they're the only 4 in this. She just has shards of glass. Why did they... I know that the trapper was always like just a monster. But why did they make him? His arms like this big around. The guy is an absolute goddamn titan right now. Oh my god. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy and magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. Of course. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Oh yeah, I'm already upsetting them. Egg salad? I wish they had an egg salad. That would have been interesting. Hello! I'm dead. There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? It's tempting. It's tempting to just exist. It is very, very tempting to just exist. But I want to toss it back too. I'd rather not get murdered at the beginning of the game. No thanks. No thanks for what? I want to exist. You stand frozen in complete silence. Can I be honest with you? It's kind of a weird move. It's as if you truly don't care that someone asked you politely. You're doing you, despite how much of a weirdo or a jerk it might make you look like. Clearly, you don't even care. Is it some kind of display of confidence, confusion, sheer awkwardness? You feel judged, but you're not sure how. Spirit cuts the silence with a giggle that she quickly swallows when she sees that it caught your attention. Huntress jogs over to collect the ball from the ground next to you before heading back to the volleyball court with everyone else. I've said everybody. Everyone except for Spirit. She's really staring you down. Her expression hardens as you watch her. The longer you hold her gaze, the more angry she seems to become before turning with a huff and floating off to join the others. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Obviously, I made the right decision. Everyone hates me now. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way. And nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, banana. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. I'm gonna die. That's what's gonna happen next. Nice! I did good work. I am definitely the worst person here, causing every single problem I possibly can. You derailed him just by showing up, nitwit. I'm a nitwit now. I pissed off the monster. God damn it, dude. Why is he so goddamn huge? I feel like just like slightly later in the game, he's just gonna punch me and then my head's just gonna be gone. It's not even it's gonna be like a classic anime move. He's gonna hit me in the head and just my head's just gonna go flying. And that's what they're gonna use for a volleyball fight for a while. Guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's just a game. Existence, that is. I'll just... huh? Where? Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than that silly game. I don't like this. They're questioning me. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Oh, man. That was right. The sigh means he was done with the game, too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Does he have ADHD, too? Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? That doesn't look... He looks even less intimidating staring at me like this. Is this like the entity just playing around with all of us and it's just like, you know what? I tried having them murder everybody to feed me. So now, how about we try having them date everybody to feed me? Maybe that emotional response will give me even more energy. That's what it wants. Clearly what it wants. Nice axe. Makes me feel safe. I don't know why you suddenly have a two-handed axe. I'm concerned about that. I feel like Spirit's gonna be the one to kill me. She just seems like she's come from behind, just stabbed me through the spine type in this situation. I feel like Wraith just doesn't care about anything. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, banana, you might want to, you know, say something. Why would I say anything? Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Oh my god, I'm timed! This is a time quiz and it'll be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I'm a god! Yeah. That's what you think very attractive is compared to this? Trapper flexes his muscles so tight you can practically see the blood running through his veins. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? That depends on my options, dude. Invincibility, flight, super strength. I don't know. Let's beat up Trapper. Super strength would be cool. Strength isn't all about muscles. True strength is up here. Well, okay, you expect Trapper to point to his head, but instead he taps one of his bulging shoulders. It's specifically in these muscles. Nobody gives a shit about your calves. He skips leg day. What was your best subject in school? That'd be history, honestly. Nice. It's important to know what came before, so that we're not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. Just hit that, like, pessimism streak. What's my favorite animal? What the heck is a mustelid? I'm gonna pick a mustelid because I don't know what it is. Be honest, you have no idea. Mustelid is, and you're just hoping it's some secret answer that results in a hilarious Easter egg, right? No, I just wanted to pick mustelid because there is no Easter egg. It's just another word for ferrets and stuff like that. But, excuse me. And that's technically an Easter egg because he's breaking the fourth wall to explain things to me. My favorite color? Blue, dude. 3-day-old corpse was an option. I should have picked that. Blue isn't good for productivity. It makes people want to be lazy. What's your dream job? I don't know. Let's be an astronaut. It's pretty amazing to be an astronaut. It's hard to imagine being farther away from anyone than floating in space. Cold, inky vastness of nothing forever. Best flavor of ice cream. The Trapper is just like all about asking every single question he possibly can and harassing me for my answers. Where's Flesh? Let's go with chocolate. My favorite flavor is pain. I don't think that's a flavor. Same here. What? Vanilla. Swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me, I am right. Always. Wait, what? That's a conceited narrator. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island. Even faces voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Mint chip! Oh, I think you're gonna do just fine. I gotta get praise from the narrator. They know nothing about me besides a bunch of random answers that I applied that have no bearing on who I actually am. So I think they learned a lot. I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the whole island. I'll give you strongest. That's for damn sure. Your freaking biceps bigger than your head, dude. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Damn, that's some shade. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and love big dumb idiots. There's a big fight going on there. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I can tell. I can 100% tell. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the thing I do hate, I really hate, you know, based on my personal observation, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jesus, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story now. That's almost exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's a lot of fun to be had. Oh, she's preppy, along with lots of love. Yeah, there it is, if you know what I mean. Grow a body? I explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. You really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely. First time ever I agree with the Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. That would be a good chance for me to escape, since this is technically a reversal of what normally happens. It's 4 killers versus 1 survivor at the moment. I'm not liking my odds. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Well, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I don't believe that. I say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. Impressive? They did. They ran all those kill friend offerings, dude. This is gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a major mess. What about hanging by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? She would be the one who just wants to play volleyball. Get an exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? It's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right now. So I'm gonna have to pick between the one that I want to freaking go for, I guess. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do I want to go? I don't know. That bar's looking pretty good. That's volleyball, isn't it? Do these matter? Are these placed on who? I thought these would be placed on whoever picked them. That's a yacht. That's volleyball, which means that should be over here with Huntress. That's the beach. Makes sense. Why are these flipped? No, I kind of want to chill and get drunk. If I'm gonna die, I might as well be wasted. It'd be great to relax for a second. You kick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day, it's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, of course, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. She's upset, spaghetti. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. She's gonna cut somebody. Hold on. What are you two doing? Just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activity coordinator. I don't like they're the activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. Why are they the only help? This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. That was not as dramatic as I thought it would be. None of the others survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time. So very long, I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. Run off to various activities unsupervised. Got it! We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. Never allow them to do their job. Got it. The most you can do is help us get off. Of course, that's what Dwight wants. Can I actually survive this? Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator. I can talk to the narrator whenever I please? That's beautiful. Yes, something I can help you with. Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? No. I think you're mistaken. I think like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island. Get away. A couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Don't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter mostly. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? I still kind of... I want to chill and get drunk. I said that. Make this difficult. I just hear the mixed drinks coming. Claudette better be making some good mixes. I'm gonna be upset. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Now I want to see that. You're just making it more entertaining. Let me go back now. Let me pick. Can I change my decision? Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She looks like she's just going to rip out my soul no matter what I say, so I'm just going to accept that. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. Why is she... Oh my god, she's so flip-floppy about everything. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Why would you try and feign a sprained ankle if you know you float? Like, say that your wrist is hurt or something like that at least. Then you have a mildly reasonable excuse. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But it turns out I'm not the first to toss that kind of threat around on the island, so thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slipped into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you a drink of your dreams. Ah! I don't like that. Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight. Yeah, right. So, what'll you be having? Gotcha on the rocks? Sean Connery? Sangria doesn't sound bad. But a vodka and a soda? Sometimes simplicity is best. Also, high alcohol content, so I won't feel as much pain when I get put on a hook. I want the vodka. Really takes me back home. You know, vodka's a very special drink to me. Warms the blood on a cold night in the woods. On occasion, I would, how do you say, bump into the occasional soldier while hiking across the motherlands. They always had a nip of vodka tucked away in a special little silver package in a special little hidden pocket. But no one hides from me. A bit basic to be drinking vodka on a tropical island, no? And you're mixing it with soda, really? She just hates everything. Being passionate about being passionless is so last year. It's also my thing, and you're making it look bad. That's 2 strikes. Nice. I'm gonna be murdered by the spirit just because she hates literally everything. Since we fulfilled your quest, it's time for you to return the favor. A catch? Icebreaker time? I swear, had I known they pulled this kind of fox enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. All she can do is complain! Most irritating, god damn it. I feel like Wraith is non-existent, his name is proper. You don't think it'd be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it, this sucks, but it could be fine. Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? No, I haven't seen your hat. I've literally never seen him in a hat. Wait, what hat? I want a hat. We must make small talk. I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. That sounds like you're hiding something. Thinks a certain someone thought to protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my 7 feet. The topic I choose is books! Novels, comics, fiction, or none. Reading is the only escape from this inescapable horror of a life, the escape into your own mind. Sounds like a nerd thing! A groan rose through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine. Based on that response, they were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Let them drink and then answer. If everyone's wasted, everybody's gonna have at least a half-decent time. That's just a given. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you. Banana! What's your desert island book? Desert island book. I can't read. Forgive me. I don't know why I thought that was dessert. There's not 2 S's in that. The one book you bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror. For reasons it should be obvious. Of course. She means because it's an island of horror villains, and also those books are all in the public domain. Nice. Nothing too modern humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde books? No thing. I don't know, I actually like all 3 of these. Oh man, I haven't read them in forever, but they'll have interesting premises. Let's go with Dracula. Dracula to be seduced by some beautiful stranger, only to learn later on that they're an immortal villain. It's downright thrilling! Well, of course she would like that. Well, I guess, but I was going to say that despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threat of possible danger, or even death that he poses, you can't help but get turned on by the liberation from the status quo that he represents. Same here. So, what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who do they think would buy into that? Alright. If you're going to be trapped in a nightmare that is undead life eternal, which I know a little something about, you could do a lot worse than great clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. Curious part of Dracula is thinking that no one will ever be quite as interesting to make love to as a vampire. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Alright? I'm confused as to what the heck's going on here anymore. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask-covered eye. Might suggest something a little naughty. Let's get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Oh no! The Trickster's here! What? Trickster, isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking, but I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello! And who is this new fan in the way? I love how its bat's one of those pool toys, the little inflatable pool bats. Great. Beat it, hack. Oh, it must be universally hated. I don't know, what's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for a game? Oh, I can't say, I was just saying it's a great idea while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. You dick. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo! The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. That is... Let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. Here, have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view from public eye, real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in, use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching, like adults. Romantic, well-adjusted adults. Banana, you're up! Oh my god, this would be awful. Put your fate in the hands of empty bottle gods. Minigame consists of two parts. On the top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. The bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame. Perfect for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Whatever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Do it! I'm not dumb, I can do this. Away we go, spin the ball. Bam! Wait, oh, I have to click here. Huntress. The one who wanted the game. You got Huntress. You are meant to be. Psych! You have to actually spin multiple times to get your real result. First, to get to 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this here island. This is stupid. Now get your spin on. Huntress. Ah! Trapper! Woo! Three! It's Huntress! True match! Casual mini-gamer. I'm good, man. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach towel. Huntress, lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin, murder in her face. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Huntress takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating in a gross way. You'd sweat in an interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out so completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Huntress, you weak. I'm sorry, but I can't kiss you right now. What? You're relieved, but also maybe a little hurt. It's not you. Well, it is you, but in a good way. I think you're great, maybe too great. I don't trust easily, and I'm afraid of what it might mean to connect with you so early. It's not that I don't want to, I just don't think it's the right thing right now. Damn! Well, worded, I suppose? Amazing, but also understand this. If you tell anyone I got so soft, I'll break you in half, okay? Nice! Good to know. My life is in danger. I knew that from the beginning, but my life is in more danger now. I'll tell them you almost chewed my whole face clean off. Oh, I like that. I hate to break up such a passionate moment. that we only assume was passionate because we'd never spy on you constantly while we stay on the island. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. Oh my god, all this screaming. Ah. Can't breathe. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there are so many more interesting things to die from. That axe that Huntress keeps holding up, waiting to hit me in the face. Bro, can I grill some shrimp? I want some grilled shrimp. Now I want actual grilled shrimp. This is why you can never show me a grill on a beach. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at a cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. I don't know. I think this looks nice. I don't know why the narrator's being so, like, hurt. I'm sorry that I don't have any control over what I actually say. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. There's like 3 chairs back there behind that first grill. There's a beach towel down there to lay down on, and there's 2 other chairs there. So there's 4 killers and there's 1 of me. There's more than enough. Everybody's fine, and there's a hammock over there as well. So even that, there's seating for everyone. What is this? Also, there's another beach towel thing right here. Oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. And even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people. Obviously, Wraith doesn't want to sit next to the Trapper. I'm assuming that Spirit doesn't want to sit next to Huntress. No one wants to sit next. He's kind of a dick. Oh, he's pissed. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. I thought Trickster left. What is he doing here again? Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprise. Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected-ster? I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you looking good, Banana, real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Good to know. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. No, that makes sense to me. That's exactly what I expected. After I saw how big the Trapper was, I knew that there would be no way to fit more than like 2 other people on screen with him without something overlapping. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side. Let the rest of them will sit opposite of you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. I thought that was going to be a mini game. Honestly, I thought I was going to have to like determine where everybody sits and all that kind of stuff, and they were going to be differing levels of upset with me, and maybe I would get stabbed or something like that. Honestly, I thought this was going to have some similarities to, like I said before, that Cthulhu dating game. I was like, every mistake I make is gonna have some kind of like punishment or something like that, like kind of like Hell States and Dead by Daylight. So every time I make a mistake, or I mess up something severely in some manner, I get like stabbed or something like that, or a Trapper punches me in the face. Today's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over his spit. I appreciate the extra hate. That's how you know you got good seasoning. A little bit of love, though, you only need a tiny bit of that. It's too strong after 6 hours. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? Yeah, it's meat. Isn't it that corpse? Did they find that head that I dug out of the ocean? Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. I don't believe that. You're lying to me. My favorite! That thing I don't even know what it is! Meat is good. Of course. Meat is murder. Oh, Wraith is a vegetarian? Which you'd know considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? That's a very, very good point. I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Sure? Okay, enough, yeah. She wants the food, man. Hey, Banana! You're thinking what I'm thinking? It's going to be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? Maybe? You could put clothes on a pig. Let's not go too far in the wrong direction here. You look closely at the spit. You spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. You can be upset all you want. I'm not gonna resort to cannibalism on this island. There are plenty of palm trees everywhere. You could at least give me a coconut. I'm actually curious about what was in that drink that I drank at the very beginning at the cost of my glorious golden coin that I so immediately gave away. I don't know. I don't know. They're upsetting me more than anybody. Dwight and Claudette are on thin ice here. I'm totally fine with the killers. They've been nothing but accommodating since I got here. We do literally everything on the island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. It's ready for a change, because I am, with my broad axe, the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. He's 100% correct on that. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, clean. I don't believe your cleaver's clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. His cleaver is probably rusted to hell and back, let's be honest. I keep trying to see it, but it's hidden behind stuff 90% of the time. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest, enough, girl. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. I think your katana is a little bit on the rusted and tore up, and broken side, but I'm under the assumption if I say that out loud, I die, so I'll keep my mouth shut. He doesn't need... Look at him. He doesn't need his cleaver. All he has to do is karate chop that meat, and he is so goddamn strong that he'll cut it into perfect pieces just immediately from the sheer fear that already dead meat is going to feel. It's going to scare it all the way back to when it was alive. And it's just going to immediately cut itself up into proper slices and be ready to go. Oh god. Well, there's a lethal threat. Show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop, please. I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azrov. That sounds like a club, dude. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to its second death. Do it. I want it. Hey, Banana. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Okay, so there's a name to this. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. Why? And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of death. Hey, why didn't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd wait for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Use a machete. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. I cannot defend myself? Minigames is 2 parts. Top pointer... Okay. I got my target. Sometimes the target is immediate. So it's the same thing. Spacebar to stop the pointer. Oh, I can just hit spacebar. Nice! Achieve perfect success. Land at the start of the target area, not the end. Oh! Yeah, let's do this. I'll make my mistake. Slice. Perfect! I'm a god. I failed! Oh my god, I'm losing! That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Don't you talk trash on my machete. My actual machete is such a helpful tool for dealing with brush and all kinds of weird plants in the yard and things like that. It works amazingly. And it also works on small saplings that shoot up that are just slightly too big to mow over. There's so much use to a machete. Why is she gotta hate on it? Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna talk trash on her katana now. You know what her katana is made out of? It's made out of really cheap garbage iron because of the era it came from. You know why they folded katanas a bajillion times over to make them insanely sharp? Because the iron they had in that era was absolutely garbage. It was useless. That's why they had to fold it like that. And those blades were so brittle that if they got hit wrong, they could very easily snap. It was just it was designed that way out of necessity, not out of quality. And now that we have like carbon steels and stuff like that of very high quality, you can make a katana that's actually godlike. But they weren't like that in the beginning. That's an illusion. They're freaking, what is it? What is the phrasing? Yeah, it works well on boars too. There we go. What they did with freaking, it's just historical prevalence was there, and everybody praises them because they were like, oh my god, this is so amazing, such an awesome weapon and stuff like that. And they were, but they weren't perfect. Everybody acts like they're like the best sword in the world, but a medieval longsword would actually destroy a katana. Like from that era, from a Middle Ages longsword, because of the steel it was made out of, would wreck a katana. From the era that it came from. But once the metal started shifting over and they could make better katana blades, then it's just basically two equal swords going at it. It just depends on the design and the purpose for the blade. Katanas were designed to cut through things, softer things, because they aren't designed to punch through like metal and stuff like that. And long swords and stuff like that were designed to have a piercing tip and a heavier blade so that they could just do massive amounts of damage, and they had a heavy pommel so that they could shatter in plates. So you could pierce, you could bash in skulls, and then you could gash through anything else. Just there's my rant. Sticker her talking trash. For real. This sounds especially coming from the mask killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mask and shoving food up behind them. I want to see this. I want to just see them just like stuffing the trapper, especially. He just like lifts up his mask, it's covering his eyes and stuff like that. And he's just like, whoa. You're getting blood all over his face and stuff like that. They should have animated that. That would have been perfect. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? It's obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. I don't trust you, Ocean. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through their masks. Yeah. Excuse me. Why isn't she hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. It's only one thing, yeah. You're confusing me. Could you like, I know you're dead and everything like that, but could you totally just like pull the glass shards out of your thigh and your calves? You know, that makes a lot of sense. Also your shoulder, I just noticed that. I mean, why glass shards stuck in leg? Why lead shard of glass stuck in leg? You have plenty of capability to remove it. You've obviously got proper cognitive functions. I hate her now because she hates machetes. Think about it. Banana! Number 2 is no number 2. Wait, number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. You are stupid. I dislike you. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in the spectral form. You know, you could find out what happens. You see how deep this cut in my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. A fair point. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. I guess we know where he gets the fresh blood. I imagine the meat was just juicing a little bit. Even worse, they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you tell them? Look at that seagull! Why, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyways, what were we talking about? Lame. Yeah, she's right, Banana. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are, how you got here? Yes, you did. They have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. What's seagull? Oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so they can't poison you. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again! Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about the characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here. and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them, because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Can I become one of the killers? Yes. Yes. Why wasn't the demigod... Oh yeah, that's licensing issues. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it to the ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You made many choices by now. Some of them I liked. Some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. I don't believe that. I feel like the ocean's the entity. The narrator is just some poor fool that got kidnapped and is expecting to narrate. That's about it. You wake up to find the spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. You just love the ocean at night. I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates a feeling inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? Look out in the darkness of the night and ponder the question. Well, the simple question, how could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? You've always been alone. You found someone special. I used to feel that way, small, unimportant, alone, but lately I'm not so sure. I started to feel different. I've started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. You look at Spirit, who has turned from the ocean to look at you while speaking on this topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend? Perhaps something more? I don't know. This island has planned for me. Ha! A friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once back before I was chopped to a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. I was so dumb, so busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but she's gonna write comics or something, I swear. I'm calling it. Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. She's convinced it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. Yeah, it sounds like freaking some Naruto level stuff where she's got a demon inside her. Right? But I didn't let it out. And then I chop, and now the dragon's pretty much a one-track revenge beast. Enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? Was that part of her lore? And nothing but darkness. No dragon, just a lot of fire. Do I have heartburn? I see that. I have heartburn. She was pouring water in my mouth. Doesn't that mean she was destroying the fire that's in my belly? Nothing but dark. I'm so tempted. I like both these answers. Lots of fire. No dragon, just fire. Raging in front of the fire. Begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am the dragon. Sorry, but you're no dragon. Breathing fire, that's hobbit type nonsense. I'm gonna send it a proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole nother level. Your hate is noted, but there was only room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. This thing's really heating up. You hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on a strange island. Only to find it's White and Claudette. I hate these two. I genuinely hate these two. It's awful. Clipboards in hand when they're waving in the air above their heads. Very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening activity. I'm sorry that I passed out from freaking dehydration and starvation. Sounds like you guys might need to get over it. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there is. And that's scheduled for after what comes after the play. Bill's not here, sadly. What if we are Bill? What if the entire time we were Bill? That would be mind-blown levels of insanity there. That would be absolutely crazy. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you, as they point at me, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special, spooky, nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide? Oh great, we have to decide as a group. That never goes wrong. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your face. Sorry everyone, I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. It is really fair to pick on the newbie. Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Boss and Muss are back. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. Could they be killed? I'm wondering if there's a route where Claudette and Dwight just end up murdered. Like how he actually renamed himself Nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time. Banana, who do you think should go? Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Whose story do you guys want to hear? We got Huntress, Spirit, freaking... I don't know if I can pick Claudette and Dwight. That'd be pretty funny if I could just pick them out of nowhere. Huntress, Spirit, Wraith, and Trapper. And Trapper's massive. I don't know if he has enough brain cells left to actually create a cohesive story. But at the same time, who knows? He might pull one out of a hat. Trapper, are we dying? That's a fair point. He's pretty pissed right now. You know, he seems pretty straightforward, though. He says a lot of smack, he threatens a lot of people, and then he's just like, okay, well, that's fine. Story time, Leprechaun. The story time, Leprechaun Raptor. Oh, man. I need to, like, write some really stupid story, and then just do a little story time like that at some point. Where I'm just talking about garbage stuff about dinosaurs that have no value whatsoever to anything. Oh man. Well, I heard Trapper. Let's go Trapper. I choose you, Trapper! Pokeball, go! Whoa, whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases. Yes, of course you want to hear my story. It's a good one. And an old one, too. This is an infamous tale about two young friends from my hometown. Best buds who did everything and anything together. Fish, hunt, fight, skip rocks, climb the tallest trees, climb the highest peaks. The more dangerous something was, the more they wanted to do. But everything changed one day when the slightly older friend asked the other for a favor. My father doesn't want me to go out with you anymore. He said we're dangerous together. We take risks we shouldn't. And if I keep hanging out with you, he says one day I'm going to get hurt. Do you think you could come by and tell my dad we'll be careful so we can still be friends? Of course, said the other friend, who was always eager to please his best mate. So the two went to see the concerned father, who puffed away at his pipe as he listened to every promise his son's pal made about being more cautious. But when the slightly younger and slightly smaller boy finished, his friend's father responded stone-faced. No, sorry. This is the best for both of you. I don't want my son hanging out with you anymore, and that's that. The younger boy was so crestfallen he left immediately. No one would see him cry. He would not give them the satisfaction, especially because if they did, they might tell others in town and they'd all think him weak. Worse, his own father would never forgive his son for letting others see him that way. But he was too upset to go home right away, or be spotted on the path. So instead he sat outside his friend's house in the little hiding spot they had often sat in during rainstorms, or when they didn't want anyone to see them trading interesting rocks they dug up. It was quiet as he stifled his own tears, and that's when he heard it. A sound, an odor wafting along the pipe, smoke carried on dark winds. Betrayal. Thanks, Dad. I didn't want to hang out with him anymore, but I didn't want to tell him that. He'd be a big baby about it. It's okay, I get it. Don't blame you at all either. He's soft and needy. You need strong friends. Someday you really would have ended up getting hurt because of him. You need friends you can rely on. Damn! Trapper looks angry. The muffled tears stopped, and the hiding spot that had been a pit of sadness now overflowed with rage. The boy went home. If anyone passed on him on the path, all they saw was determination. That night he spoke to no one. He ate no dinner. He slept no sleep. The next day he got up early and sat near the tallest tree in the woods by his former friend's house. If it was the one tree no kid in town had ever conquered. Its top remained untouched. He remained there, till dark before he finally went home. He did this for 8 days. On the 9th day, his old mate finally passed by. Hey, what are you doing here? Asked Judas. Nothing. Out hunting squirrels and sat down to eat this apple, lied the younger boy. Oh, yeah, sure. I hope you're okay. I can't believe my dad did that. It's so unfair. Yes, it was truly unthinkable, answered the boy through a smile that carried no more. Yeah? Well, okay, I'll see you around. But before the betrayer could leave, his old friend called out to him. I'm going to climb this tree, he said. I'm going to make it to the top. The hell you are? No one can do that, and they definitely can't do it by themselves. He had him. I can, and I will. I understand why you can't, though. Your dad said you're afraid you'll get hurt. I'm not afraid. He's afraid, replied the friend, now seething with shame at his own age. Oh, forget what my dumb older father said. I'll do it with you. You'll see I'm not afraid. And so the two climbed and climbed, each making it higher than they had ever before. And they continued to climb, but whether they would have reached the top will never be known, because the turncoat, the boy who had made his father lie for him, fell before he could make it all the way up. Some say it was no accident, that his old chum pushed him. But how could he? He was the weak one after all. Of course, such a weak child could never send his best friend to his death. That was an accident. Tragic for sure, but nothing more. Of course. A month later, though no one could explain how the dead boy's father choked to death on his own pipe. Oh, yeah, definitely a good call on staying quiet. That's really his best at a time like this. Jeez. It's pretty much Dream Daddy. Well, sort of. It was reminding me of the Cthulhu one too. The Cthulhu one was really well voice acted and stuff like that too. I thought it was going to be more like that. Shit. What about you, Banana? What did you think of my tale? That was pretty brutal. Were you the boy in the story? I'm gonna ask it. None of that actually happened, right? Yeah! What a stupid, stupid question. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. True moment of peace and tranquility. It'll last for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. I hate you with a passion. I hate you so much. You gave me the tiniest little audio clip and that was literally it from you. That wasn't a song. I'm mad with this man. He just doesn't. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? I want you to get the hell out of here. With your goddamn balloon bat. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. Oh, secrets! I'm the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in the ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time just to yourself to think about them just yet. Trapper approaches you. Hey, get out of here. What are you doing? You're supposed to leave me alone for my 7 seconds. That's exactly what I asked for. You just come back here, listen to your goddamn story. Let's get away from this ash and smoke and take a dip in the pool. Whether it's water, sweat, or my enemy's blood, I prefer muscles glistening and not dried. Yeah. A dip in the pool with Trapper, you come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Are you threatening me, Ocean? Should I get in there? You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're all pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. That better happen. Why would you taunt me with something that epic? Lobster is a trickster main. Lobster's a trickster main. We're gonna have to get him with that. Trapper looks surprisingly relaxed. That's definitely weird. Okay, the small bubbles rising in the water around him might have something to do with it. Oh god. Look, Banana. I didn't want to reveal anything in front of the others. You never know what a loser... when a loser is really a maggot. But... isn't that technically interchangeable in that situation? With how he treats people? And now, though, I want to hear what you really thought of my story. What was its real purpose? To tell me your backstory about getting shoved off of things. I mean, yeah, obviously he wanted to establish dominance. I know that. I get what's behind his story. Sure. To scare everyone to establish dominance? Interesting answer. Trapper stares at you for way too long. Like he's looking into your soul, but he says nothing. He's still staring. He stares for such a long time, it becomes quite romantic. Ow! And then as it keeps going, it becomes downright horrifying. Chill runs down your spine. Finally, Dwight and Claudette show up and say everyone is reconvening at the fireplace. How dare you interrupt me? I mean us. No, wait, me. I meant me. He's so selfish. God damn it. He's definitely up there. He's definitely up there. Trapper throws his cleaver at Dwight and Claudette's feet. Where the hell was he even hiding his cleaver? I don't know. He probably has freaking butt cheeks of steel and he's just holding it there the entire time. He's just super clenched. Like he's trying to take a shit. He just keeps walking. No one bothers to say anything because he does this every day. More importantly, what do you think of his little cleaver toss? Hold him! That's right, you big freaking monster man! Don't behave! Go toes tingle as no temperature has dropped significantly. Getting chilly in the water. Usually it's so warm around you. Mind if I snuggle up your way? Yes, I do. We have to spend too much time watching you sit there all alone trying to figure out exactly what you're doing with your life. We figured we'd let you know that it's time for bed. And you're kind of the last person out to join the facility, so well. This thing is, you see, we can't really get our night started until yours ends, so pack it up, kiddo. Your fireside sleeping arrangements awaits. Nice! Do I get a nice little, like, mat in the bed, or am I just gonna lay on the beach in piles of sand? And that's how I keep myself comfortable. Maybe I could cook myself? You guys ever seen that sand cooking technique kind of thing? I wonder if I could do that. Maybe I could just do that, and then they'll find me in the morning, and then it's good. I'm done. Problem solved. They don't have to worry about it anymore. They just get dinner for the next day. Maybe I could be jerky or something like that. That would be a hell of a way to go. Just become human jerky. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Trapper's story. Me being led to your demise by an untrustworthy narrator. Hey, wait a second. I swear to you that you're not. Come on. You gotta trust me at least a little more than you trust Trapper. Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. They're not familiar, creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by fire. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like they're trying to kill me. I feel like they're the main threat to my life. I don't feel like the killers are as much of a threat as they're coming off as. Because these two are suspicious as all hell with some of the behaviors they have. They showcase the niceties in there, and then on the other end of it, they showcase that they're truly disgusted by not only me, but everything else. In a very violent manner. I feel like if they thought they had the power in the situation, they'd probably kill me. I must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the campfire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Sure. Ready for what? Away we go! As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to buzz and flicker. Examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Oh god! What am I listening to? Did we get some good beats? That's 102. Huh? 92 is. Why is it so quiet?
Now join me on a stroll down memory lane. Behavior's been making games for about 30 years, mostly for other people. Licenses and other publishers and developers. But all of us on the team, we have our own stories.
Oh my god.
And one of those
Oh, that's
stories
good.
that I've
That's
been wanting
good
to
placement
tell
for
a
something
long
like
time
that.
is the
Oh,
story
that's
of
funny.
this
I'm gonna
fantasy of being a
I'm gonna risk 3. There we go. Gotta play the DVD music. You think they'll get mad at me? I've never really paid that much attention to it. I didn't recognize it for the first few seconds, and now I do. Now I'm like, oh, I remember this. I know what this is. I am gonna call it. I don't want to get stabbed. You know what? No, never mind, never mind. We listened to 98, 92, and 102. Legion date with. They could fit Legion in here. I feel like that would be 4 dates in one, and it would be absolutely bonkers, though. I don't recognize this one at all. I messed up. I'm trying to pre-predict it like they do, like I have to do in the actual game. And that's messing me up. All that's left is 94 and 96. There we go. Something actually, like, fitting for the environment we're in.
All right, let's talk about our community. For us, it means 2 major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody.
What's the power happening? Yeah, that's it. That's it. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepy. Would you like to summon? Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Can I just magically summon people now? I have more power than the killers at this point. Like, it just freaking gave me the ability to just do what as I please. I don't know. She seems genuinely nice for the most part and sadistic. Obviously, they're all sadistic though, so that's not really any change on there. He seems super chill. I think he'd be cool to talk to. I'm interested in the spirit just because she is hateful towards literally everything, so I want to judge her violently. We just hung out with the trapper, so I'm gonna remove him from the list. I think the only one we haven't had any like real contact with is Wraith, so I'm gonna go with Wraith. I'm curious. Wraith, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. I can't really sleep. Well, that happens to me a lot. Okay, don't laugh, promise? I guess my secret to falling asleep is listening to the sounds of bells or chimes. Well, you do have a bell. You have the wailing bell. Think of it as white noise to drown out anything you might be hearing that's keeping you up. You think he just sleeps as invisible? You think this man just like lays down on the ground, gets his bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, goes invisible, and then just lays there and sleeps while invisible? Like if he was just laying here on the beach, passed out, do you think people would kick him if he was invisible? Oh man, like what, Wraith? Like those distant screams we can all hear coming from beyond the mountain? If that's a bit morbid, I guess you could hold on to this chess piece of mine. I got the knight! It's a knight. They're brave, like I wish I were, and the horsey is cute. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now, you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%, you hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're doing, what you're up to. You wake suddenly see someone looming over you. Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. This looks safe. This feels comfortable. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with Wraith right before bedtime. You should know, they're not what they seem. Not like me, who is obviously completely honest and trustworthy. No, you'll lie to me. You'll 100% lie to me. You're pure violence, but at least you're straightforward with your violence. I was not checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of mine. Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share two things with you. One, I do not take rejection well. Two, the first thing is very important to remember. Are you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines radiating out from me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm an easy guy to get along with, but I'm an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean, that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier. Or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep, maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone, for real this time. Maybe you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. I'm probably poisoned. I'm probably dying. You know, we're probably dying in at least 30 different ways at this point in time. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't oh geez, it is one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. I'm going to reduce the volume of the music now. It just became too loud. The radio was too quiet. Now this is too loud. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? I have to say, oh, I do. Okay, attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk, and I had to wash her entrails off my sarpan. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill, and Trapper, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's bluff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Aww. This is weird. I don't care enough to kill this person, but if anyone else wants to, I don't care enough to stop him. I might have to just kill Dwight to feel anything again. I'm not even sure how I feel about Banana. On one hand, everyone I've ever cared about has met an awful fate, so it's probably good for Banana if they just keep ignoring me. On the other hand, there's something about them that maybe could work out for my plan, or for me. I know everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are a choice, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that used me and threw me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great! Great! Totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by a campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Yeah, they were probably dragging me to a hook, and then the ocean's like, no, you can't do that. Remember, just let them sleep. We'll do that later. Obviously. I find it interesting that I've basically become friends with the spirit, and I've become friends with the huntress. Wraith is indifferent to me, and the trapper is indifferent to me because, well, obviously the trapper just gets absolutely upset about literally anything that happens at any point in time that doesn't involve him or praise him. So he's probably gonna hate me here. No, not a dream. You really aren't here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. How's that my fault? Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch. Talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. I want coffee. He doesn't have any coffee. You lied to me. Trickster's just like totally into you no matter what you do. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off. Actually, hold up. Didn't his whole thing was befriending people and stuff like that? Getting fangirls and things like that, and then making them scream and suffer as he murdered them for music. I don't feel like I can trust him. Ah, that looks safe. That's totally safe. There's not death in that. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. I want to reach the other island. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No way, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. Almost certainly not coffee. I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yes. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. It's the type of place you give 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up to review. Not an eternal prison of pain. That's a lie. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps the algorithms. Believe me, I know about the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you, so can we please move on? I don't believe it. Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock the coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament. The floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something. Something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even in place of extreme horror, I can still receive a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, thumbs up review, if it was crafted with love and art. That's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, start with a mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. I wonder if eventually I'm just going to be able to break through like a glass ceiling and the clouds aren't real or anything like that. Like this whole area is just like some weird dome or something, and I'll break through it, and then everything's just absolutely insane after that. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. Let us celebrate those who venture to bare their soul as part of the creative process, and with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Yeah, that looked pretty toxic. I do appreciate that. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. You know, they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points. I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, banana. Oh my god, there's so much reading. They really should have sprung for voice acting on this. My throat is going to be absolutely shredded. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Yeah, I'm not suspicious there's no option. Yes, I've been having a lovely time. Yes, it's been really entertaining. Yeah, I'm not suspicious that, there's no other option. What an encouraging response! We're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey, Claudette, maybe Banana isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here? 0 chance, they're still clicking. Even right now to see how you'll respond. And look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter though. Banana, we're so happy to... Wait, does that mean there was an escape route? didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun, but you're having fun. Shut up. See, this violent attitude that they have. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? I have a no option! No, I'm not saying anything negative about the sign. God damn it, they played me. I agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Great, perfect, delightful, excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, banana! It's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing: breakfast. I don't like the ocean talking about breakfast. The ocean is going to have crazy stuff involved in it. We have an ocean. We have a whole ocean. Why can't we just skewer some shrimp for me? Shrimp, that's all I want. No, nothing serious. Nothing insane. Sure, they're killers. Sure, they're probably all cannibals. That doesn't mean they can't have shrimp on the side. I haven't eaten in who knows how many days. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls in the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies. With pancakes, bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt and magic powers will only get you so far. Every killer watch their sodium intake. You get your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. Yeah, that's the main one. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. Oh, I can't imagine you can make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated, anyone see where I left my cleaver? Just kidding, I always know where my cleaver is. It's in your butt. That's where it's at. That was bizarre. Back to your brick. Nope. Now Hunter steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything can happen. I'm open to all possibilities that the strange island has in store. How open-minded! Oh, well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during... Yeah, of course they're going to. Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say I did not? I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for a familiar revenge thing, and last night was no different. So, in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. I figured she would be the one who's just, like, reading a book, floating above me, watching me sleep, contemplating exactly how she's going to kill me by the end of the day. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect, there he is. Take us home, Wraith. I'm glad the introduction of Banana to our island, paradise, and yeah, that was in quotations, didn't distract me from my normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares, and I'm still the only one asking any questions. I'm asking a question too. It's, when will Wraith shut up? And now they're all looking at you expecting me. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I need to process everything by myself. I just leave. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game, sexy, true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast. So be it. I'm gonna starve to death at this rate. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Yeah. Before you get there though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing me? Well, yeah, I guess that is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these poor fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. Can I date the narrator? I think it's coming from behind the pool show. No. Stick it in there. A little more. A little more. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yes. How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. Yeah, that's a little uncomfortable. No, I want you to take that and put it right there. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear. No ideas to even do whatever it is that I'm afraid of. Please say something so that they're close by. Oh, wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on the chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting, Claude Christ. Oh my god. I didn't know I was letting you know I was here and that I could hear you, you know. Oh, what? What do you think you were doing? You're doing, I don't know exactly what you're doing, but it sounded like fun. I think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun. Oh, Jesus! That turned dark quick! We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from. And I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him, Dwight? Oh, that's, oh my god, that's mean. He just keeps laughing. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Poor Dwight. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, you're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmity? Gross. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah! You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far today, I've been exhausted too. I should have done this in, like, daily sections, honestly. Jesus. Where you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Of course the ocean wants to date us up. Who would make the first move? Yourself, obviously. Aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Trapper! Spiky tipped like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. Ow! What's this, man? I don't want your poison coffee. Go away. Breakfast is weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. So that gives you a 4-hour window to eat every day? Are you only having one meal? I eat whenever I please. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You see my abs, by the way? I mean, if you're doing it right, I guess you're okay, but at the same point in time, why? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island, you know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I can give you a private show, get you around. He's like trying to bait me. He's just pure bait the entire goddamn time for no reason. His abs aren't pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And that blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette, genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. I feel like that's unfair, considering you smash the fourth wall every 2 seconds, narrator. I feel cheated. I feel judged. I feel this is unfair. Okay, now that that guy's gone and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Trapper, Trapper, Spirit, Spirit showed up. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. Interesting. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you. Really, it's my private spot. But I guess I've got a feeling you'll appreciate it in the way I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them. And I'll get my father, too. Didn't you already get your father? And I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air. She threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary and more than a little hot if you get turned on by menacing. She's the yandere of the group. Look, all this time on Murderers Island's gone, I was both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance, but you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? Consider her offer. Before you can decide if you want to go off the spear, the Huntress interjects. I guess you go off with the spear today. She seems pretty cool, actually. I think if we weren't Here on this island, vying against each other for your attention, we might actually be friends. Damn, the shutdown. And just the Huntress just always does this weird little like flash move, trying to bait people. I guess I don't know what that's about. Might have something though, you and I. I couldn't let you go off to your goth lighthouse without speaking up first. Yeah, I know our secret spot. I see everything through the hole in this adorable mask. So my offer stands. We can still hang out today. Plenty of room at my cabin. Wink, wink. Jesus, that sounds terrifying. It's pretty cute that Huntress thinks she has to say wink, wink out loud. The mask barely even hides her face. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today. We also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. I will be hacked to pieces no matter what. I'm threatened no matter how I survive. I've survived through sheer luck so far, I'm assuming. There had to have been at least 17 different ways that I could die by now. That's what I'm going with. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. What kind of lemonade am I making? Is it blood lemonade? And then die a horrible, wrenching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Alright, this island has really got me to... Who will it be? I guess I'll pursue the spirit line for now. I gotta go with spirit. You made the correct decision, but know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog, understand? I didn't expect that. Still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, and I've been hurt before, literally, with a katana. Katana that I now wield in spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Yeah, I feel you. Before you ask Claudette and Dwight to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. I don't get choices anymore. My life is forfeit. Morose match? I got an achievement for going after Spirit, I guess. Hold on, let me check this. Revenge never looked as cute as it does in a sun hat and a black bikini. Okay, that's pretty good. You and the Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the black lighthouse. It's old and decrepit. I keep messing up words here, I'm sorry. But still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice that she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. That's why she likes it, because it's black. She likes black. Everything has to be black. Just blackness. This is the darkness. Middle of the night, it's her favorite time. I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. Like a black hole. A place that swallows light. A dying star. I'm just trying to be poetic now. Damn, now that's dark. You're confident the Spirit will vibe with this, but Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction. Not the type with spaceships and lasers anyhow. She's much more into the type of strange adventures that kick off right here on Earth. Earth, is that where we are, you wonder? No, we're in some weird little dimensional bubble somewhere else in reality. The lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling up over the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however. The lifestyle lets out an eerie howl, like a monster dying. The spiraling black light stretches across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that! The light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats on it gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be? Now we're talking! No thanks? Thanks! Now we're talking! Where should I start? Your back? They always start there in the movies. Whoa, sailor, slow your roll. She doesn't actually need help reaching behind her. Have you noticed that her hands float in the air? Well, that doesn't matter. Maybe she just didn't want to do it. I'm good. Lotion for you. You know how reaching those difficult, so she'll flip it. But my choice doesn't matter. See a hand floating around your back. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm gonna die anyway. I might as well just live a little. Spirit's hand on your back is ice cold, but she has such a soft touch, and when she's done, she takes care of herself. Watch the Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. That is kind of terrifying. I'm really tempted about the shards of glass. But I'm also super tempted about the floating hands ability. The shards of glass. Let's dig into this and make a mistake. If you don't mind, what's the deal with all those shards of glass sticking out all over her thigh? Because I said something earlier. Why didn't she just pull the shards of glass out of her thigh? She obviously has the mental capacity for that. Oh god, she really liked that. You're not creeped out by them? You're not creeped out, just nervous because you know the answer might be very personal. Just a person you want to get to know. I was just thinking about what must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible. It was worse than death. The sheer amount of reading that I have done and the sheer amount of screaming that I have done is making it impossible for me to talk straight. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull all those bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh out right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Why not? Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did me. But you wouldn't. You'd be fighting against what you choosing your own path is fighting against it. So you're doing right either way you choose. You taking out the glass means that you refuse to be a part of its game. Meanwhile, choosing to go towards revenge and being uncompromising in that, regardless of what the universe throws at you, is also showing that you have your own semblance of free will and you refuse to play the universe's game. You can go whatever pathway you want to do as long as it is your choice and you're going against the universe or you're doing what you want to do. Doing what you want to do would just be that's it. It wouldn't even matter if it was the universe's game at that point. The way that fear and anger filled him up and then came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh, yeah, that sounds like you actually fell for the universe's game. I haven't read her lore in forever. It's hard not to think about revenge, the dragon inside me. It's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was, I'm sure of it. Considering she's like 20 years older with a demon in her and a demonic spirit too, I don't think so. Appreciate that. Banana! Suppose a little help isn't a bad thing in life, in love. This world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of motion. You know, having your body contorted in these vengeful poses, it really doesn't number on my joints. It rubs the lotion on its skin. Do it! Oh god. I missed! Oh, it counts as not bad. Perfect! Perfect lotioning! I'm a god of lotion. Well, I suppose that lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. I got 3 perfects! I got two regulars, and I got 3 perfects. What? What? You weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there's the next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. Look, I got like a solid like 80% out of that. What? Ominous dark from hovering above this moment between spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is, in this case, it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan, burst of black light that rescues you from the awkward silence. It's a ghost ship! Can I ride the pirate ship? I want to ride the pirate ship. I can feel my voice going out. I might actually have to call this relatively soon. Jesus. From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death. A spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. A tattered black flag whips in the ocean air above the ship as it careens towards the shore. Before crashing on the rocks, it must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Oh right, it does that sometimes too. Should we do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were, you're half sure you saw one of the skulls and crossbow flags. Aren't they the only ones drawn here today? It's right! He just decloaked out of nowhere. He's emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. What? Wraith points to the lighthouse and dip for attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it. Through wooden walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. No more special than me, those dead pirates or that mermaid. It's all washed up on a shore one time. Where's the mermaid? You. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in the movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. I figured. It's all part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river of lies that runs beneath the island or something. I'm pretty sure I've figured it out. The basics, anyhow. If you come with me, you can get cut. Oh god. Spirit waves a katana, nearly trimming a couple buttons off of Wraith's tropical top. He doesn't even really wear the top. It might as well just freaking take it off at this point. He takes the hint and backs away a few steps slowly. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way, you'll see. Alone at last, tension broken, death moans quietly. Deathly moans quiet. Deathly moans quiet. And Wraith vanished back to wherever he hangs out. I can't read. You scooch closer to Spirit, breathing in a damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from him. Wait, if I'm breathing in the fog mist that she generates, does that mean technically I'm like inhaling her? That's interesting and terrifying at the same time. She just like generate this fog? Is it poisonous? Probably poisonous. I'm gonna think everything on this island is probably poisonous. It's not quite clear how the whole fog thing works, but you don't need to care. You're feeling this one. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She feels like she's gonna stab me at some point. That's gonna be the end of it. She starts to adjust her robe and you get a peek at the bathing suit beneath. For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about what everyone else thinks, she puts a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst in on you, interrupting whatever you're doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Interesting. Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back at the beach, where we'll be making a very dramatic... Oh my god. I don't like you. I don't like you guys. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? Well, I guess I would technically be the 3rd. And I'm sort of doing my job. I'm looping the killers pretty well for the most part. You gotta admit, think about it. Killers are pretty focused on me. They're ignoring them, letting them go about their business. Maybe they should be working on the generators instead of making this place, run smooth. Ah. When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stand quietly. This isn't as well what you were promised. Great. But there is a me! Of course, Wraith would play again. You got mud in your ears, friend? I told you to get lost. That's technically an announcement, though. Don't you see? Lost is what I am, and so are you. But I know the way out. I've got a map back to my secret lair. Literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. But that's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. You got a secret lair. Damn it. Who said anything about a secret? You did! I said I've got sap in my secret hair. That's a flab on my secret chair. Don't change the subject. I didn't change anything. Don't ask me what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about either. You're trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what year it is, but in a while. I'm not about to be ditched by the likes of you. It's not me messing things up, like I keep trying to tell you. It's this dang island. I've come to accept the difficult truth. What's happening here? Well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting. What would you even know about fighting? All you know is hiding in your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby while ringing your bell. So don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was a born fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I can't not fight. Even when all I might want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. Okay? If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. You got it? Oops. Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. You do your phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking. And we all know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Oh, you cloak? I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out in the open You just can't see me. Semantics. You have no idea what they're talking about, but this sure sounds like some video game community forum thread. Minutia? If there ever was such a thing. Not that you know that about that either. It sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this, so it's on you. I think I was brought here to make this choice, so I'm going to do that now. And I choose... I said I was going to go the spirit route for now, and I'm going to go the spirit route. When it comes down to it, neither of these two seems easy to love. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her, but she has a certain charm to her glue. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it is my fate to end up on this island, well, the hell with fate, really. And don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. All that second-guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. No offense taken, yeah, okay, it's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Alright, so I'm gonna stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. Got enough revenging to do without having to kill you and Wraith too. Spirit walks you around a corner and show you something that she discovered in this place and knew was meant to be connected with her journey, a cherry tree. Just a small sapling, but has begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so it is accepted. A Spirit steps into the tree. A cold breeze pulls some petals off, and they come cascading through the air around the both of you. Nice. Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossoms? They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like being at a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this reason they are also a symbol of the fleeting nature of life, of our fragile mortality. That's cool. In a way, it's a specter of looming death that calls attention to the special moment to see and appreciate life. How does the duality make you feel? That's pretty cool! Empowered! Use my life to become God! And then pass away because I didn't actually become God. Knowledge that life and death are a cycle has always given me peace. Accepting the fleeting nature of life, like the beauty of the flower in bloom, allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next. I've never really been afraid of death, so it doesn't really bother me. Like, I think one of my one of my funny little fears when it comes to that kind of thing. She's crying at me. I don't know what I did. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but basically, I would be more worried about being immortal than I would about dying eventually. I would be more worried about being mortal. Because believe it or not, our brains have a limited capacity. So there's that fact where you can only hold so much information in your head. So unless we became immortal in some kind of like machinery style way, or it did something to like our brains or something like that, or we had some way to access information and memorize literally everything in some mystical manner simply because we were immortal now, you're gonna forget things. You're only gonna remember, I think it was something like 100 and something years is how much you can remember. Like 130, 140 years is the total capacity of your memory. I don't fully believe that. Like, I don't know exactly how much storage the brain would technically have and how much information that we could store and how long we could hold it. Or if we had that kind of level of regeneration and immortality, we could be forever. But at the same time, that's kind of scary to think of. You go and say, we'll just flat it at 150 years. You can only remember your last 150 years. Everything else doesn't matter. You would still forget everything. You would still only live like a lifetime and a half, and then all that information would disappear, unless obviously something changed in some manner and we're allowed to just are capable of remembering literally everything. It'd be absolutely crazy to think about, though. More so if you just pass away, we don't know what happens after that. No one really knows what happens. So when that happens, think of it as a new journey, I guess. At least that's how I treat it. As you explain, Spirit's face begins to look sad to you. You're not sure why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should that matter? And then it dawns on you. Spirit's been trapped in this ghastly state of death with no hope to cycle back. No rebirth. Her moment of blossoming life long gone. That's exactly. That scary time of death and decay that comes after the good part, that's Spirit's eternity. Yeah, you see, things like this too, depending on how you became immortal. Especially in her case, that's terrifying. Just imagine being like that. It's no wonder she's full of rage constantly. I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. You just answered from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. Once the fallen cherry blossoms represented the souls of the samurai warriors, those with noble characters, those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purposes gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me and my noble bloodline, my life has ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish. It's as if it were installed here by someone. You watch a spirit chooses her words very carefully. By something with no respect for the balance of life and death. The entity! Ah! You know we don't believe you, right? Yep. But this time we've got a real good reason. It has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force, because that's definitely not happening. The entity! Nobody accused you of that, but okay, we're just here to tell you that it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. I guess it's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it. That was insightful. I wasn't expecting such a philosophical question to be posed to me. That was actually pretty interesting. I'm gonna finish out this day, and then I think I'm done, so that I can actually speak for tomorrow's stream. Like Jesus. What a fun day we've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just a remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. I mean, at that point, if you're courting them, I don't think you'd be too worried about anything. And like, well, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Might as well have some fun with it beforehand. You know what I mean? Also, if Claudette and Dwight are immortal and they're just practicing stabbing each other repeatedly, then, you know, like, think about it. If they're immortal, that means I'm probably immortal, and I'll just regenerate too. So I can go out here, get killed by Spirit, and then I'll come back, and I can be like, all right, Spirit, that was fun. I'm going to try out Trapper now, or I'm going to try out Wraith now, or I'm going to try out Huntress now, or anything like that, you know what I mean? No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secret. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Why is Trickster here? When I wanted to do the gag where we cram all of them on screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here. And they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. You gotta draw them in the background chilling on these places. That would've been cool. That'd been a nice little touch. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Wraith seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding on to your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. Pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murder Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment of spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. I feel bad for him! Sick of watching everyone else gorge themselves while I'm preoccupied with you. You know, trying to get to the bottom of this never-ending nightmare. So tonight, none of that. I'm not really hungry anyway, so I say we just do a simple salad or something. The green kind, not the mayo kind. Mayo's gross. I'm fine with just lettuce. It doesn't have to be fancy. Not iceberg, though. It has no nutritional value. Letting Ray choose is a mistake. That's on all of us. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? Yeah, an interesting day, that's for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. We could gush about the date with Spirit. Or we could be coy about it. Spirit likes to be left alone. Let's be coy about it. Why not? Wasn't really a date, more like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone, but doing it in a relatively close proximity to each other. That's exactly right. Couldn't have not said anything of value better myself. Oh my god. Spirit is clearly happy with the way you portrayed your date. Not surprised. She doesn't like people getting into her business. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. They are all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica. Not charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetit? Don't you mean bone? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Possible to avoid on this island. What? Who? Tensions are rising, both the sexual and the deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as you pick your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Thank you! Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you please be so kind as to fall off the fire pit, we greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen. Something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. You have a choice on how you say that? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good, something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid that fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of my childhood trauma involving fire. Finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. Yeah. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell the story this time. Jesus Christ, I can't read anymore. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think? Are they allowed to simply place thoughts into minds like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, cool, now everyone's looking at you. Now you know, do something. Can I dance? Should I dance? Should I pick somebody to tell a story? We could play charades or Boggle. Do we have Boggle? Oh, well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Ray points at Spy and Skullstaff, Thingamajiggy. Why are you threatening me to tell a story, dude? You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoot laser. Bro, I want a laser shooting club. Oh, man. They're just very interested in you. I don't believe that. Don't speak for me, Huntress. You're upset. They're all upset. She's always upset. Why am I always, like, caught off guard by that? Like, that's literally her entire personality, is to be constantly upset. But you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Ray. Banana! I'm about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. I'll tell a story. Do I get to type it out? I hope it's a... Shut up, Trix. Where'd you come from? Adventure! Alright, you... Wait. Alright, you like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies? How about some adventures? It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. Yes, you gotta speak that out loud. You gotta let everybody knowing that you don't care about what they're trying to do, but you'll nod politely. You don't have to say that, Ray. Just nod politely. Okay, ready. Here goes. Wait. What happened to Huntress? Does she just not care? I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby. Great foundation for a story, for sure. Pause. Everyone's waiting with bated breath. No pun intended. Oh, wait. That's it? Not much of a story. Barely even a thought. My pun was better than the story. You sure that's all? No. I'm just messing with you. Action! Action-packing Armfill. Oh, they like the violence. I knew that. I should have done that first. That should have been the first thing I did. Violence, pure violence, action. I'm not talking about the bucket of them. Wait. I'm not talking about the bucket of them I have on my boat. You crack open a beer by smashing the bottle cap off in the nearest rock before starting. I'm on a local watering hole, powering up on my regular 12 beers before I slay at the table. Steely Dan blast from the jukebox. Bartender's tip jar is filled to the brim. Pound the final pint and smash the glass on the counter as I demand shots for the entire joint. Patrons cheer for me. I am their god. Suddenly I hear the telltale revving of engines outside motorcycles. The saloon doors swing open. Wait, it's a saloon now? And in walks my arch nemesis, Big Slim, the giant of North Toledo. You sound sexy. Thought I smelled something acrid from Akron when I hopped off the hog, Slim says with a sneer. I get up from my stool, the gal behind me rubbing my shoulders, revving me up for the inevitable fight. My God, man. Long way from home, aren't we, Slim? What are the fine people of Elm Street going to do without someone to sell them someone's second-hand cufflinks tonight? I taught him. He strokes his oily beard. I taunt him, not taught. The story has a lot of specific geographic references in it. I have a perfectly good job at the pawn shop. Why are you coming at me like this, Slim Mills? That's fair, Screenback. Why do we even hate each other? I can't even remember. Something about me cutting you off in traffic, but it was a misunderstanding, Slim Mills. Well then, let's hug it out, I say, tears starting to well in my eyes. And we made the bar fight. Oh yeah, we got in a real blowout fight later that night. Really yelled our proverbial heads off, but it was just an argument about whether you should say pop or soda. Just blue balled the crap out of all four of them. I gave up headlining at Coachella for Spirit laughed hysterically. Probably laughing at you, but it's a laugh you're ready to accept. It sure was a kind of story, technically. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it's actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. I think that was pretty damn good. That was a perfect bait and switch. Just throw them all off and upset everybody. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from Killer trying to cite it. We heard Trapper the first night. I could Tunnel Vision Spirit. I did say I was going to, so I'll just continue Tunnel Vision Spirit. Suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else. Well, if you're gonna be, hateful about it, I'll just have, Wraith or Huntress tell a story. Jesus. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. Yeah, the Ugly Barnacle. Yeah, it's called The Bride, or technically, I suppose, the fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest burial trends, bridal trend, not burial trends, I'm so getting sucked into the sadistic nature of this entire situation. They decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful shabby chic farmhouse. Together they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. That is excessive. They chose Lilikoi? By the way, so fancy. I don't know what that is. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiancé, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toed sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so it was definitely not to be trusted. Hateful? Fine, I guess. Having decided on such a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancé decided that she would create unique floral arrangements for the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found, and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding, so that they'd be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods she surveyed, the bride, or the fiancé— just say bride! It's okay! I understand! Since they had not yet been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so that she could choose the absolute best. Oh my god, dude. Ugh. I need to stop reading! Ugh. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancée told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Turning carefully, she followed her route, selecting one of the best stems and collecting them in a basket. Why would she wear her dress out there? She should have done this early in the morning or something like that before getting dressed or something, just so that she wouldn't ruin the dress, because it's gonna catch on something. Unless it's got a really, really short gown to it. Since, yeah, it's a regular white gown, so I think it's probably gonna be traditional. It's just gonna catch on everything. I know, I latch on to random things in these stories. However, when she came upon a once familiar cheering, something was not as she expected. Somehow it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before, and just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she became dizzy just looking at them. Sounds like hypnosis. Demonic plant hypnosis. It's definitely gonna eat her. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower. Every time she did, she noticed just further ahead and possibly even more beautiful blossoms, carried by the sweet fragrance of the spring air. And the bride, or the fiancé, stop it! Crept further and further into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, and the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancée was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, into the forest. There were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wondering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there all alone. Thought it was a beautiful and sad. Just like someone we know. Oh, that was story time. A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. That was actually pretty interesting. There seems to always be a moral of the story with everything they tell me, and that's terrifying, because that means I should be paying far more attention than I probably am. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Banana, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. If I could delete a sequel, I don't know what sequel I would delete. Why would I ever delete a sequel? That makes no sense to me. There's no point in that. That's just erasing more content that other people might like. Oh, we're not here. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know, we need to talk. We need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Stab, stab! Okay, you have fun tonight. Try not to wink, wink, end up dead. Why do you say the word wink, wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead? Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Not since the accident. Did he get his eyelids cut off? And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. And here's somebody trash-talking Spirit. Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit are getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? This terrifying fire hatred. What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If you're running away to someplace more secluded, Banana is after secluded Banana. Someplace more secluded Banana is after. They should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. So she's leg day, and he's just upper body all the way. All upper body and leg day. I get it. She's pure legs. He's pure upper body. He still has massive legs, but at the same time, he seems to skip leg day a lot, I guess. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. My own choice is completely logical. But everyone's so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama. I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so the corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. That's partially true. I'd be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. Like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or just me? Wait. Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. You could, I don't know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on with our lives, or some special project we might have going on. You heard him. Who will it be? I said it already. No, I'm not satisfied with the name either. But with the streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, pretty much all it wasn't taken. Which killer were you picking? Yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because that guy. Spur it. Splur it! She seems hateful of it. Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, when I hate the game and the prize, but I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet, sweet revenge takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. Sounds reasonable. Be at the bar, I guess. Can I just go wherever I please? That'd be hilarious. Instead of going where I'm expected to go, I just like, alright, yeah, I'll hang out with Spirit and then just go off random places. Explore the island on my own. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted boozes. Who's ready? To get wasted! Well, I don't drink, so not me. Why don't you drink? You really don't drink ever? Is that like, doesn't it just fall out the hole in your stomach thing? Or don't drink alcohol? I mean, alcohol is poison of the body and the mind. And I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time. Then why did you choose a mixology lesson at your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of date is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person ever learned anything at one of these things. Dwight, now that's not true. You learn how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue. Damn, he's working hard. Whoa, whoa, who ordered a soda with a splash of my private business? Because that's off menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking here tonight. Mixology is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that I worked in a restaurant before I was violently executed. Restaurant? By your father. On whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right, well, so be it. How about you, banana? Do you drink? I'm gonna booze. Well, with all due respect, Spirit, I don't personally have anything against a little bit of alcohol, and this is a resort, I think. I'm on vacation, I guess? So bring on the booze. I was afraid you'd say that. You see, if you and Spirit have different dietary restrictions, that means we gotta make 2 different drinks with 2 different sets of ingredients. That's like double the work for the same amount of pay, which is already 0 for a job we both hate. What do you say? Would one of you maybe bend your will and just tease it a bit to make life easier on us? No. Okay, your position is firm. I feel you. Banana, be a pal. What do you think? We gotta get this show on the road. They've been pretty rude to me so far. I'm gonna be honest. Side booze? What the heck is that supposed to mean? Side booze? Whatever the alcohol-free mixology lesson, you just slid me a ball of something a little harder to pour on the side. I think take care of himself. Oh, that's fair enough. Okay. See that, Dwight? That's what a clever compromise looks like. Not sure what that's about, but Dwight seems a little miffed by it. Under a deep sigh and an eye roll, he reaches for an expensive-looking bottle on the top shelf, and then sends it gliding down the bar to you. Enjoy. When you pop the top off the bottle, the odor just about knocks you over. You're pretty sure you see a tiny little ghost fly out. Only the finest, a bottle of our signature Island Fernet. I developed the recipe myself, so lethality. He's going to kill me with it. Well, that solves it. This is hell after all. Notes of melon rind, chicken liver, and mint dental floss. That's a good flavor for it. Gosh, you two are really selling me on this whole drinking thing. Sounds like a real joy. Don't worry, there's a lot more where that came from. So, lovebirds, what drink shall we make? I feel like the dark and stormy would be what she wants me to make, but I'm tempted to make the zombie. Zombie sounds... Oh, I knew it! Sorry, you didn't think I meant you, did you? Did I would never. It's not an undead insult. Some kind of kooky retro cocktail. With a bunch of ingredients and a signature look, I thought we could make one. And the best part is served out of an empty skull. Claudette's eyes go wide and she makes... And not dummy hints! An empty skull-shaped glass, not a literal skull. We don't have any of those on hand to pour drinks in. Wait, is that what they gave me at the beginning? Is a zombie? If we did yuck, am I right? Okay, you got my attention. So what's in I'm just glad that it upset him for a second. You do actually know, right? And you promise it's a good drink. It's definitely not a joke about my semi-undead status. Yes, of course I know. Don't worry, we have plenty of ingredients at our disposal. Why don't you show us? You're gonna do it live? She's gonna be so impressed by your mixology knowledge. You got this. We're going non-alcoholic. So first we'll start with a substitute for. Oh my god! I'm gonna cheat. Oh, I don't know what it's made out of. I don't know. I'm not a mixologist. I don't know. I don't have this information. I'm stuck between rum and vodka. I can't imagine it has whiskey in it. It sounds tropical. Tropical typically use rum. Or rum extra, maybe mixed with a little apple juice. Then we'll toss in some lemon? Falernum? Protein sweetness of pineapple juice. A blood or a literal blood. Grenadine's red, isn't it? I was gonna finally post a few drops of some random bottles for no reason beyond the fact that they look cool. I'm gonna shake her just like in the movie you never saw because we can't mention another single intellectual property that we don't have a proper license for. Let's say it's surprisingly drinkable. I don't think it's a legit zombie, but what do I care? Passable mediocrity. And I made it without cheating. I have to look up what it is. I have to look up what a zombie has in it. I have to know. I have to know how badly I fucked that up. We have rum, pineapple juice. There is lemon juice in it, and lime juice, passion fruit, a simple syrup, which could have been maple syrup, aromatic bitters, more rum. So I was right on rum, at least. I imagine there's multiple different ways to make this, though. I wonder if they were going off the classic. Falernum! I didn't know Falernum was an actual thing. I knew what grenadine was. But apparently at least one version of this, this zombie from liquor.com, I guess, is a rum cocktail. Yeah, it was a rum cocktail. I got lucky. Take it as a compliment. I thought it was vodka too. I'll be honest with you. I legitimately thought it was going to be vodka. Because I was like, vodka's like the most common mix. And then I started thinking about it more. And I was like, okay, this is a tropical drink. So if it does have vodka in it, it probably have rum mixed in as well. So I figured if I go for rum first, at least I'll be close. Ginger ale. Don't take it too personally. I plan on drinking the rest after you two. Narrator's got to get wasted. Before you getting a chance to try your own creation, the sound of thunder from an approaching storm echoes from over the ocean. Lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. Oh god! The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. Who's lighting my tropical paradise on fire? The gang all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was. Oh, it feels like it's been a lot longer than it actually is. So late and the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that, you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. I think I've done a good job. I've been courting Spirit. I still don't know what's going on, and I'm probably going to die a horrible, horrible death. Or the Trapper's going to try and kill the Spirit to kill me. And then I'm going to die anyway because he's going to kill the Spirit. Because did you see his arms? Nothing's going to stop that man. The brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyways, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Hit your dream date and see who Banana chooses. Oh, God. How round are we talking? No, not to eat. Did she get more blood on her mask? That's concerning. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Rafe, why don't you go first? You look like you'd hate that. I don't know. I'd really prefer to just tell Banana privately. I don't know how that's gonna work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Banana? Or considers this wrong too long. That's fine. Without moving, Ray lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we have to find my bell. Then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special, the kind of thing where we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we can go on a real date. Done? Is that? That's interesting! Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable not only in polite society, but with the narrative of this in-world event, and also a larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you, I'd love to. So, Banana, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and you will be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, you know that. But I can tell you this much, I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. If not, you're a maggot. And everyone, and confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks better stay the hell away from my yacht. Great, Huntress, why don't you take it from me? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on a yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. Nothing, go away. What kind of treasure are we looking for? You guys got to pick me to find out. Oh man, these are all tempting. I'll start preparing because it clear already you're gonna pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Figuratively, damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. What? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw a crayon art with the Trapper or dig whatever mysteries with Rafe. I don't know what those guys will do all day. You want to at least specify which god you'd be spitting in the face of? Oh. Then so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. And time's up. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make your choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before we run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just not finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there, you just didn't read them. Oh, the murder island. It's not time to eliminate one of the killers. It's like butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but you can't break their heart. Do you dare even try? You mean, that's right, tomorrow when these sexy slashers not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? Why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? It will hurt someone's feelings, someone dangerous. Who's it gonna be, champ? Your thought process here. Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats. And here she could disappear, hard to track. And if you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly trapper. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? I feel like I should eliminate the Trapper. That way I can see him coming from a mile away and regret all of my decisions in real time. This is very simple, Trapper. You scared the living shit out of me. You're eliminated. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck! But not in a good way. You bore me. You personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I was totally going to do tomorrow the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you, though. Out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open and have fun on your date tomorrow. Now you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. How do I break something that's heartless? What? You don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind, because of course they'll be receiving consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Banana when this is all over, but wait, what? But they'll never sleep alone again. That's right. We're sending our eliminated player home with a Trapper body pillow. Their own, mostly new Trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real Trickster. Might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried. That's right. It's white tested. Audit approved. I hope you sleep well tonight. Banana, you're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. I did it! Oh my god. Oh, I still gotta get this. Oh, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was some kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know it seems all excited and devil may care, but the truth is, I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother is screwed by an elk when you're young. Yeah, how'd you know? Wild guess. It's also the only thing you talk about. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree and I'm feeling peckish. I don't really know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, man, sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things. More important things. One way or another, I won't be here much longer. That's a lie. I don't handle rejection well. At least, I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting, and I'm a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. That's a lie. The volume of my words to spend... The volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, validated by those around me? Yes. What? No, you're not a part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything. You feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. The whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget. Old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie. Kind of wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, oh my god, and doing those private gigs over in IP Island. My dude, you gotta come check it out. IP Island. Dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them. Don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them. Like, go. Don't just say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand. But we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Oh my god. Can't breathe. Go face! We're sued now. It's over. Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the trickster. See you around, banana. You too, narrator. He just becomes more attached to you no matter what you do, I guess. I have a name, you know. You do? Yeah, seriously. They do not pay me enough to deal with these people. Is it my turn? Let the ocean confess. What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's the thing you're getting all wet. No, it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just go. It's your turn, Ocean. Do check in. Check in. I was just looking for the bathroom. Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. The ocean just piddled on this chair, and I'm upset about it. Autumn, I'm confused. I'm super confused. No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair's... That's the ocean. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. How is that pot? You know what? I don't care. You two looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I got something to confess. I thought he wasn't going to confess. Oh great, what's it going to be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade? You cheated on algebra test once? Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that in my life that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive in this nightmare, this place, the sun, these sweet sugary drinks, it sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity. The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like a crescendoing song on evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please, get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yeah, it's, yeah. That was a weird way to end that. Oh, well, what are you going to do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone's bound to say something crazy. Anyways, seems like everything... 2 days in paradise. Oh, my God. Everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. Oh, I'm done. Oh no, 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 no! I am done. Thank you all very much for watching. Ice cream machine got stuck and it's pouring everywhere. That honestly sounds great. I'm done here though. I cannot. I'm going to lose my voices if I keep going with this. It's been 2.5 hours of me screaming at the screen. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care. Stay out of trouble. Don't catch anything on fire. I will probably continue this game in maybe a few days, a couple days, so that I don't end up not being able to speak for everything else. So have a good night and ban out.